It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad, and this is not Sarah. This is Sam.
I'm Sam.
She's Sam, and she is stepping in for Sarah, I guess you could say.
I have big shoes to fill today.
Yeah. Are you actually wearing her shoes?
I wish. She has good shoes.
Yeah. No. Audio. Stop. See, Sarah normally does that.
Oh.
So.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't tell me that was my job today, too.
I know. Sorry. I won't blame you, though. So, Sarah is in Chicago. I just got back from Florida myself, so this has kind of been it's been a week.
It's been a weird week of travel.
But Sam, you may recognize from our Wild Turkey 101 Uncorking. Mm-hmm. And she's also from the Harry Potter and the Half Drunk podcast, which, where can people find that?
People can find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, pretty much everywhere except Spotify, which we are still trying to figure out why it's taking so long for us to get up on there. But yeah, we're just chugging along on that. So if you like Harry Potter and you like drinking, you would like my podcast.
Well, you got the drinking crowd here.
Yes.
Now, the Harry Potter, I would guess, I don't know what the ratio would be, but there's definitely some Harry Potter fans in there. I'm one myself. Sarah and I have been on an episode of yours. Do you remember what episode number?
I think it was 13, maybe?
It was the one about Horcruxes.
Yes, Hollows versus Horcruxes.
There you go. So, check it out if and you're a fan. All right, so a little bit different, obviously, because co-host here, but we don't really have any sample shout-outs at the moment. Nothing really on the agenda, so we're just going to kind of get right into it. If you want to skip ahead to certain flights that we have here, and there's a lot of flights, I'll put the timestamps down in a pinned comment, so you can just press that, if you're watching the replay, that is, and you can just jump ahead to wherever you need to go. So this episode is all about finding your bourbon profile. Now, there's no real, certified syllabus or anything of how to find your profile. And really, at the end of this, I don't expect you to completely know it, because it just takes time, you know, and mine is different from what it was 3 years ago and so forth. But we're hoping to help you find some things that you might have not had before, you might have skipped over, or you didn't realize that you liked it. So I've kind of set up these flights with certain themes in mind, and I've got, this is real high tech, I've written down on here in big Sharpie, which you have to avoid looking at the screen when I hold it up, but this will show people what we're looking at when we get to that part, so you all know. And I'm also telling Sam not to look at the comments here. I'm gonna try to do my best, but I'm probably gonna miss a lot of comments. Sorry. Also Sarah's job, but this is about Sam's journey here.
Yes.
So before we get started, obviously you like Wild Turkey 101. Would you say that is your favorite bourbon right now?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That's a safe bet.
What about Turkey 101?
I think for me it was kind of like the first one that I actually tried and kept trying again and again.
Mm-hmm.
But I went from drinking it in something on the rocks to just drinking it straight.
Keep going.
So that's just for me been a staple. But other than that, I like Buffalo Trace, and I really haven't tried a lot. I haven't branched out to a lot of different ones, just because I like to stick with what I know and what's safe for me.
So what about from the Wild Turkey line itself? Have you explored it?
Yeah, I've had the rare breed or rare bird before. Rare breed.
Yeah.
But usually that's too pricey for me when I'm trying to buy something, so I just stick with 101. And I know I like 101 itself because it has more of a kick than just their regular 80 proof. But yeah.
Very good, very good. So we had our first super chat from Brian Brennicky. He says, "Can we call Chad the Nutty Professor?" Yes, absolutely. I wish you would. So just go ahead and grab your A1, not the steak sauce. We have it labeled here. We're going to give Brian a cowbell cheers. You know how this works?
No, I don't.
There you go, cowbell cheers. Thank you, Brian. Good job. And this is just something I'm going to drink on.
So you want me to go ahead and sample?
Go for it. Now this is what I labeled as the standards. So if you could ponder and kind of look away, make sure people can see this. Oh, this is hard with the light. This is hard. If people want to put it in the chat who can see it, go ahead.
Can I look back? Oh.
Not yet. We're on a bit of a live delay here. Okay, you're good.
Okay. So tell you if I like it or I don't like it?
Yeah. What do you think about it? I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna grade you.
Well, I think it's really sweet. And I mean, I like it. It doesn't have as much of the spice that I like.
Mm-hmm.
But I got some notes, I guess, of like a vanilla, maybe.
Okay.
Is that right?
Well, there's no wrong answers. All right, go ahead whenever you're ready and do B and C. And I just put A1, A2, A3. That's not right. It's A1, B1, C1. Get it together, Chad.
This one definitely tastes nuttier to me.
Nuttier? It's nutty.
I think I like it better than the first one.
Okay. Liking it better. Go on to C. Hi guys, Nutty Squad represent. There we go.
I'm not blown away by this one at all.
Okay, not feeling C.
Mm-mm.
Okay, and you said you liked.
I think I liked B the best. A was just a little too sweet, I think.
Too sweet. Okay. All right. And you can, if you need to revisit them, because sometimes things change, you can.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously don't have to drink all of them. And Nutty Squad is showing up. Jose with the Nutty. Another cowbell cheers here. Grab the one that you like.
Wasn't the one I liked, but oh well.
Cheers. Cheers to you, Jose. Thank you for that. Okay, hold on. Well, let's look at the old score chart here and see what we have. So,
Can
bourbon.
I look at this or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bourbon A was Woodford Reserve.
Okay.
Now, this one I called the standards.
Mm-hmm.
All right. B was Jim Beam. Why didn't I write down the full name, Chad? Repeal Batch. As an 86 proofer, I put this one in here as a standard. Jim Beam is a standard, but I didn't want to put white label. I didn't want to go all the way up to 100 proof with like bonded. And I know this one is possibly somewhat limited because it's celebrating Repeal Day.
Okay.
But this is an 86 proof non-chill filtered, and that's just how they remove stuff from the barrel. So that's why I put it in there. Sarah and I really like it, especially for the price and the proof. An 86 proofer that we really like. And then C was Elijah Craig 94 proof.
Okay.
So you weren't feeling Elijah Craig. That's fine. I mean, that's fine. And you said Woodford was too sweet.
Yes.
So Jim Beam. Interesting. Did you say that one was nutty?
I did say that was nutty. Was that right?
Well, yeah. All right.
All right, next ones.
Very good. So, you see, I poured her half an ounce each, but telling her if she can help it not to drink all of it because you guys can't see.
I
But
have a lot to get through.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flights here, and I didn't even finish it. I had a 7th, and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing to this poor girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take it easy.
All right, so go ahead and pull over your next flight, which is your flight B.
All right.
We were keeping it in there from getting too much air, too much oxidation. Great selection. Thank you, Steve. And Jose Nutty. I like where this journey is going. Well, same here. You can start with your A there.
Me too.
Yeah. And I reversed those. Sorry. Cheers, Jose. Cowbell cheers. Take me away. I'm just drinking some Knob Creek 100, some small batch right now. All right. So, folks, I will tell you as soon as this is good TV. All right, so this next flight, look away, thank you, is, okay, so you guys can kind of see it, the theme here of what I was what I was going for with these. So, okay. Don't look yet.
Okay. I'll look down. I still taste sweetness in this one.
Okay.
But it feels like a little bit more of a kick to it, which I appreciate that.
Sorry. All these others I put in this order. A, B, and C, just so you guys know. A, B, and C is, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we'll fix that one.
Okay.
I was by myself, no Sarah. I was scrambling.
No one's checking you.
Scrambling. No one's checking my work. Okay, so what did you say about
it's still pretty sweet, but it has more of a spice to it, which I appreciate because I like having a balance between them.
Okay.
So I liked it better than the first A.
Okay. Taking notes here. I feel like a professor. B. Do you guys remember from the thing?
I think I like this one.
She likes it. I'm gonna write down likes it.
I like it. It's not very. Maybe I've just been drinking too much already, but it doesn't seem very strong to me.
Okay.
There's not like overkill of any one flavor, if that makes sense.
So you think it's balanced?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. No, that's good.
Okay.
And C. How's your day? How's it going out there, everybody?
This one, right off the bat, already is spicier.
Okay.
At least to me.
How does that make you feel?
I like spice.
She likes spice.
I like the spicy.
Which one would you pick? And then tell me about your father.
I think I'd pick C.
She'd pick C. Okay, well, the name of this flight that I crafted was Proof and Age.
Okay.
So these are all three the same expression, just different ages and different proofs. So A was Weller Special Reserve, which is a 90 proofer. It's non-age stated, but it's typically around 6 years. B was Weller 12 year, also 90 proof. So A and B were the same proof. And then C was Weller Antique, which is 107 proof.
Which is probably why I liked it.
But going to be the same age roughly as A, Weller Special Reserve.
Okay.
So yeah, you said you like C the best.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the Weller 107. Over the Weller 12, people are going to start saying things about you. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, half and half, I like Antique better than 12. It really just depends on what mood I'm in.
Was Weller 12 a favorite?
Yeah, people...
I mean, I did say it was balanced. I did enjoy that.
Right. So. Raise your hand if you like Weller 12. Or kind of weigh in. Which one are you guys for? Weller 12, Antique, or, I mean, Special Reserve, if that's your jam. That's an acceptable... Sorry. That's an acceptable answer as well. So...
Okay.
Prefer the 107, hand raised, the 23, okay. 107, Weller 12, 107. Never had it. 12, 107. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people are with you there. Okay.
Move it on up.
Yep. Now we're going to A.
Do I not have a third one in this one?
You don't, because...
Do I get to get some water?
You got water right there.
Okay.
Because C is going to be, well, I shouldn't have told you what. I shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have said that. Harry Potter reference for those.
That reference?
For those paying attention. I shouldn't have said that. So C is actually going to be. You're going to have to. Give me a second.
Okay.
And not look.
Okay.
Keep not looking.
Not looking. Tell me when
Keep
I'm
not
safe.
looking. Stupid delay. And you're good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Oh, you have to show?
I will. And Oh, jeez. Bad handwriting. Mm-hmm. Can everyone see? I feel like I'm reading a story in class. Okay. Still on this other screen.
Okay.
There you go.
Should I give it a go?
Yeah, give it a go. Yeah, I could have done that, Mr. Bill, but I'm not that smart.
I think I like this one. I got some more nuttiness out of this again.
Nuttiness?
But it still kept some sweetness and spice to it, so I did enjoy that. It is well rounded and balanced. Okay. Very sweet. Got like maybe like a caramel taste to it.
Okay.
It's okay. It's still a little too sweet, I think, for me.
Too sweet. Okay. And then C. I had these in opposite order. A, B, C. Sorry.
We didn't switch it like
Oh,
this.
yeah, we didn't. I'll get my act together one of these days. That's a thinker. Jose with the nutty, too.
I like this one.
You like that one?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us
Spice.
about it. You can cowbell cheers with it. To Jose. Keeping
Cheers,
it nutty.
Jose.
What about it? Exactly.
I like that you still taste it after you drink it. Does
So
that
it
make
has
sense?
a long finish?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know all of the
That's all right.
the terminology, but
That's all right.
yeah, I like that, and again, the spice is what I like the most.
Does Corey really think this is Sarah? Or is Sarah in the chat? Is Sarah in the chat? Because she said she might try to check in before she has to be somewhere at 3:30. So I'm not sure. Sarah, are you here? Sarah? May we speak to Sarah?
Her spirit is here.
Sarah is here. Sarah's in the chat.
What'd she say? Hi, Sarah.
I don't know.
Miss you.
Can't see her. All right, so you picked C.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the reveal. This was a wheated flight. So A was Larceny, 92 proof, made by Heaven Hill. Thank you, Steven Jackson. You got a cowbell cheers coming up here in just 1 second. Larceny, 92 proof. Again, from Heaven Hill, you said nutty, sweetness and spice, well balanced. Seemed like you liked it.
Mm-hmm.
B was Maker's Mark, 90 proof. You said caramel, too sweet. I kind of feel you on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then C was the winner of the last flight, the Weller 107.
I really like that one.
You really do like that one. So there you go. Did you know that was coming, or was I?
No,
able
I
to-
didn't know that was
All right,
coming.
Cool. So Weller 107.
No, I didn't know that it was the same one. So,
Oh, well, that's fine.
I mean, I guess that's the point, right?
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So while you get watered up and everything, I will show the next one. If everyone can see that. Yes. And we don't have an admin today, so Perry's not in the chat. So I'll just kind of ask you guys if you can to kind of if anyone kind of wants to write down what they see on and then kind of put it out there in the chat just so people kind of know. That'd be cool. Don't look at the chat.
Nice.
Don't look at the chat.
Okay.
All right.
Moving right along.
So this is A4, B4, and C4. What
Did
do
you
think?
have another cowbell? Cheers?
You know what? That just came through my mind too. Steven, yep. Cheers to you, sir. There's your cowbell cheers that you earned. We appreciate it greatly.
I like this one.
I'll put she likes it.
Yeah, I definitely like this one.
What do you like about it?
I like that, at least I think it's a higher proof, and it seems well balanced. It has sweetness to it, but it's not overkill on the sweetness.
Just right sweetness.
Yes.
Okay. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
This one again is
Hi, Chris.
spicy,
Spicy?
which I like.
Mm-hmm.
And it leaves sort of a sweet aftertaste.
Sweet aftertaste.
Sweet finish.
Now she's getting it.
I'm learning.
Sweet finish. Uh-huh. And Bourbon C. Oh, Sarah's in here as it's Bourbonnight. Cool. All right.
This one, again, doesn't blow me away as much.
Doesn't blow you
It doesn't
away.
have the spice.
Missing spice.
Yes.
Okay. If you had to pick a favorite, A, B, or C, what would it be?
I think A.
A. A. I'm pretty sure. That is Wild Turkey 101.
That's why I like it.
You know, we're not trying to trick you or anything, or you know, this isn't gotcha journalism. But I wanted to put it in there as your favorite, and this is a turkey flight.
Mm-hmm.
So B was rare breed,
Mm-hmm.
116.8 proof, and then C is Russell's Reserve 10-year. So I wanted to see if maybe, you know, a 10-year age stated was going to do it for you, but it's 90 proof.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking you seem to really be a proof hound.
I think
That's kind of what's coming.
When I think
coming out
spice,
of
I
this.
guess that's what it is. It's just like stronger. So that's probably why I didn't like this one as much, just because
Yeah.
it didn't knock my socks off. But I think I actually knew that this was going to be 101 when I tasted it.
Really?
Yeah. I think I drank it that much that I knew that was what it was.
All right.
And then this one I did like, I think because it was such a high proof, it didn't see anything.
Keep forgetting that.
But yeah, okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, Turkey 101 coming through for you. There you go. So we're gonna go to our next flight. Look at all this. Look at this progress. This is great.
Sorry, Chad.
It's all right. That's all right. I'm sorry to anyone using headphones. Give me one of those coins. So we were using our whiskey hat, or our coin here from the Scotch Test Dummies. So shout out to the Scotch Test Dummies. They have these available, these porcelain challenge coins, also known as whiskey hats. Keeps the smell in there, traps the nose. So thank you guys.
All right.
All right. A5, B5, and C5. Go for it. And I'll see what's going on here in the chat. Mm-hmm. 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 I did say hi to Sarah. We have a breathalyzer. Someone's worried about Sam's intake here. We have a breathalyzer. So.
Is it because I dropped the coin?
No. Whiskey sorting hats, Monica says. That's awesome. That's what those could be.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
This is my sorting ceremony, if you will. I like this one.
Steven
Again,
Jackson.
it feels balanced and maybe a little nuttier.
Okay. Sorry. I was reading the chat. You said balanced and maybe a little nutty. I'm going to put nutty question mark.
Yeah.
Okay. We got after this we will do a cowbell cheers to Steven.
I like this. There's something that feels a little different about it, but
Different how? Explore that.
I really don't know. I don't know how to explore that.
All right, so we got Steven and Jose.
But I think I like it.
You think you like it. Different, but you think you like it. Okay, go ahead.
Definitely gives me the Kentucky hug.
Ooh, Kentucky hug. I like that. We'll go ahead and do a cowboy cheers here on your bourbon C. For Steven.
Steven.
Says because you dropped the coin, we owe the whole chat a drink.
Okay.
Virtual drinks all around. And bourbon C.
Not as overwhelmed.
Not as overwhelmed. What is that?
It's hard. Like, I don't dislike any of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love any of them.
Okay.
But
So you're lukewarm about all three of them?
I think I like the middle one the best.
Okay.
But yeah, they're all kind of.
Interesting. Interesting. All right. This one's for Jose. Nutty Squad. And you picked B, your winner. All right, well, let's just tell you what this flight was. This flight was about spice. Mm-hmm. So A was Old Granddad Bonded, which is 100 proof. Mm-hmm. B actually wasn't even a bourbon at all. It was a rye.
Really?
But
That's what was different about it.
But it's a high rye. It's about 51% rye, so it's barely legal a rye. Pikesville rye, 110 proof, also made from Heaven Hill. And then C was Four Roses single barrel. This one, I didn't have a regular single barrel, so it's actually a pick. And it is an OBSV. It's a BHG pick, so this is a 35% rye. Okay. So all of these were spicy. So Old Granddad, your A there, 27% rye. The Pikesville, 51, which is basically, the reason why I put that in there, it's basically like a high rye bourbon. So if you like the spice in that Pikesville rye, just means you are a fan. I think we're all kind of seeing this. You're a fan of high proof,
yes,
high spice, high rye. And then Four Roses is 35% rye. And you said not as overwhelmed. Of course, that was coming off of Pikesville.
That's true.
You know, so
yeah.
So that's tough. But I'll put Pikesville as the win.
Okay, I'll look away.
Pikesville. Okay. Who out there enjoys the Pikesville rye? It's one of our favorites. You know, it's not. Admittedly, it's not a much of a rye. I mean, it is legally, like I said, but you know, just 51%. There's 95% ryes. There's 100% ryes out there.
Yeah.
And
so it's just over the limit of being a high rye.
Yeah, well, a rye. It's not a high rye. It's a low rye.
Oh, okay.
There's like high rye bourbons, like your Four Roses at 35%, but it's still a bourbon that's over 51% corn, which legally makes it bourbon. So that's why. So that's why a lot of people consider Pikesville just like a high rye bourbon.
Okay.
So, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Moving on to our other flight here. How you feeling? How's everything?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So you got A, B,
and C.
A, B, and C. I'll show everyone this one. Sam Young. There's another Sam. Bacon in the oven, Buffalo Trace, and Belly. Cheers. Well, that sounds like a great Sunday.
That does sound like a great Sunday.
Okay, here is our next flight. As you can see, give people time to read it here. Cover up the screen so you can look back.
Cool. All right. Do we have another cheers before we start?
Yeah. Sam Young, cheers to your bacon and your Buffalo Trace. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to get some more here in a minute. Wow, 260 of us watching right now. Thanks everybody for watching. I know the Pro Bowl is going on right now, but you know, nothing too interesting happens in the first hour, right? Right? It's not like they're gonna score. Yeah, they will. But let's go ahead and I can just grab something from here, can I?
I like this one. It's sweet and spicy.
Sweet and spicy.
So it's spicy on the front end and then kind of sweet on the back end to get like a vanilla type flavor, and I enjoy that because I also have the spice still kind of ringing in my mouth.
Sure. Very well said. Very eloquent there. Doing good with that.
This one feels nuttier.
Nuttier.
Though if you ask me what kind of nut, I wouldn't know what to tell you.
That's fine.
Maybe like an almond.
An almond.
Almond nut.
Almond joys have nuts. Mountains don't. Anything else besides that nuttiness in there?
Still spice.
Nut, spice. Okay. Steven Jackson. All right. Iowa Whiskey Clan shout out. Taking a sip of that. To Steven Jackson. Cowbell, cheers to you. And to the Iowans. What you got? May the nut be with you.
Spice again.
Mm-hmm.
Though I think when I say spice, I'm just saying higher proof.
Higher proof. It's that heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little kick. And then also more sweetness, and I feel like it had some nuttiness with the sweetness.
Okay. Sweetness and nuttiness.
So I think I'm gonna go. I like C. I liked A a lot too, though.
Yeah. Well, if you want, you can have a little bit again.
Okay.
I mean.
Let me cleanse.
Yeah, cleanse. You want some crackers or anything? We got crackers. We believe in cracker time. T&D Blues Corner. Welcome to the chat, Sam. Cheers. If you're going to have another one, we will do it. And Jose.
Cheers.
Cheers to T&D's Blues Corner. Check out his YouTube channel and subscribe to it. And you were going to try it against C, because this one is for Jose. That was weak, Sam. Come on. There you go. Okay. Nutty 4. Crowded Barrel shout out. Shout out to the Crowded Barrel. Indeed, Jose. How about cheers to you?
I'm going to go with C.
Gonna go with C. All right. C. Now, anything else besides what you listed stood out about this flight? If you had to guess, like, what was the theme of this flight?
Well, I listed that they were spicy, sweet, and nutty.
Okay. No conclusions drawn from that one?
Does that mean they're well balanced?
It could. Doesn't necessarily. This was all a high proof flight.
Yeah, well, they were all spicy.
Okay.
So.
Well, yeah, I think with that you're meaning some heat.
Yes.
A little bit of a tongue punch.
Yes.
Okay. Tongue punch. Yep. High proof. So A, Elijah Craig barrel proof, C, 918. These come out 3 times a year, an A, B, and a C. 131.4 proof. Took it like a champ. B, hurt my heart a little bit.
Sorry.
Is Booker's. It's okay. 2018-04, 128 proof on the dot. You know, people's palates are different. C, which you picked, is Rare Breed.
Okay.
I slid another Wild Turkey product in there. Now, it's also interesting you picked the lowest proof of the 3.
That is interesting.
116.8 proof. But it's also from your distillery.
I think I have a favorite distillery.
Maybe. So Rare Breed. But you picked 101 over Rare Breed in a previous flight. So that's interesting.
I think I'm just loyal to Wild Turkey. no matter
what it is, Wild Turkey, yeah. Now, I had a 7th flight planned, but I didn't end up making it because I was like, this is getting crazy, but I actually think...
You think I can handle it?
I think you could, but I'm wondering if we kind of pivot.
Oh, God.
Pivot. And do a Wild Turkey flight. I mean, I know we already did that, but maybe some different things, or... Well, we already know 101 v Rare Breed. You pick 101. Higher proofs v Rare Breed. You pick Rare Breed. It really sounds like you like... Wild Turkey.
I did not even know that. So...
Well, so this is what this is all about. You're finding out. Whoops. Ah. There we go. Mash and Drum says, great job, guys. Great way to find your profile. Chills to Wild Turkey 101. Okay. Hi. If you could drink a turkey, would you do it? I know I would.
So, did you come to any conclusions about my palate, or is it just that I like...
I am ruminating on it right now.
Okay.
Just want to say, again, cheers to Mash and Drum. Another great YouTube channel here on the YouTubes. Go check him out. He does reviews as well. He's doing some great stuff. Go check out and subscribe to the Mash and Drum. Really get into the rhythm of, being like a spokesperson. Monica, I did think about that, and I might go grab it. Don't look. Turkey 17. Master's Keep. Now we're talking. Yeah, I did. Let's go back here and what was our first one? Oh, so unorganized without Sarah.
Is it the Weller one?
The first one was the like the old familiars. Here we go. You picked B, which is Jim Beam.
Mm-hmm. Which is interesting because it's the lowest proof.
Of that flight. It's not like you picked it overall.
Right.
It's 86 proof. It was non-chill filtered. If you know anything about filtering, there's chill filtering, which takes out like some fatty acids and things. Those kind of like rise to the top and they skim them off. Non-chill filtering, they leave all those in there. They just kind of filter it through basically the equivalent of like a coffee filter. Okay. So they're getting the chunks of charcoal from the charring process of the oak barrel out so that doesn't float in your bourbon. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people are fans of non-chill filtering because it's like it's leaving everything in that was in there. It's not taking, some people chill filter so your bourbon won't be cloudy if you like put an ice cube in it.
Right.
But a lot of us don't care about that because we're not putting an ice cube in there anyway. It has to be over a certain proof for that to happen. But the non-chill filter thing could be a thing. It could be, you call out nutty a lot. Mm-hmm. Let's just kind of look there. Mike? Throw a Scotch. I don't know. What's your stance on Scotch?
Honestly, I don't think I've ever had Scotch before.
Okay, we might have to do that towards the end of the show. But cheers to Mike. Thank you so much for that super chat. Cheers. What do you got there?
I have a rare breed.
Oh, me too. So let's just kind of dissect this. So first flight, the standards, Jim Beam, repeal batch, 86 proof, nutty. I mean, it's a nutty, right? Mm-hmm. The next one was the Weller flight. You picked Weller 107, high proof. It's a weeder. Buffalo Trace products. I don't know what we can really pull out of there. But the next flight, which was, what was the third flight? The weeded flight.
When you snuck in the Weller.
Yeah, I mean, the second flight was a weeded flight too, but that was a Weller. All Wellers are weeded. But that was a Weller flight. You picked a 107, the highest proof over the age of the Weller 12. Mm-hmm. Go to our weeded flight with Larceny, Makers, and then the winner, the previous, which was Weller 107. You picked the Weller again. Mm-hmm. So it's like when you have a favorite and it advances to another one, you pick it. You picked the 101, or I'm sorry, you picked the rare breed.
That wasn't my favorite.
That wasn't your favorite.
But
so I guess that only advanced.
A Wild Turkey
that only advanced once. Yeah, you're right. So again, proof. The turkey flight you picked 101, which is your wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. The next one was what was 5 called? Oh, the spice flight. Mm-hmm. You picked Pikesville. You like spice. You like higher proof, but from the last one, it kind of sounds like maybe you don't like super high proof.
Okay.
You kind of like to be, Pikesville Rye is 110 proof, Rare Breed is 116.8. Mm-hmm. Sounds like you're kind of in that.
Once we get up into the 130s.
Once you get up to the, like you didn't like the 128 of the Bookers, although it was nutty, mm-hmm. and you've liked nutty before. Mm-hmm. You didn't like the Elijah Craig, that was 132, 131, 131.4 proof. Maybe a little bit too much for you. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and get that A6.
Though this was the one I was between.
Okay, so you did like it.
Yeah.
You did like it. It was your second choice.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Should I try it again?
Yeah, go ahead. See what you think. A bottle and bond flight. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I still really like it. I still think it's a really strong bourbon.
But it's not overpowering you.
No.
I think that's a mark of a good barrel proof. Is it can be.
I would have never guessed it was 130 proof bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it's all about how it's treated.
Mm-hmm. And I still feel the sweetness in the finish.
Okay. Good.
So I can still taste more than just the high proof.
Excellent. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Sounds like she's a little bit on the nutty side. She's a little bit on the higher proof side. Definitely on the turkey side. Although you didn't care too much for the Russell's Reserve 10-year. But again, that was 90 proof.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the Jim Beam 86, you haven't picked anything that's been lower proof. And it could just be because that was that flight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we put the Jim Beam 86 and another one like the Wild Turkey 101 or...
I think that also had Woodford in it, which Woodford is traditionally too sweet for me.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, same. And then Elijah Craig, which was 94, which I think you picked last, which is interesting. Just to me. So we could do Master's Keep. We could step it up. We could do some Kentucky Spirit. Of course, now you'll kind of know, but you won't know where they are.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? I had Knob Creek, like all those over there that you see are ones that I brought up that, just didn't make it into a flight. I had Knob Creek, I had E.H. Taylor, I had Old Granddad 114. So Stephen Jackson is saying Knob Creek 120, mid, high proof, nutty, a bit of spice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Cabell, cheers to you, sir. Pick your poison, whatever you want. Thank you for that, Stephen. That's a good one. 25th anniversary. Andy, what are you talking about? Like Booker's? I don't have that one. Don't have the 25th. Some people are liking the Knob Creek Stag Junior. That's a higher proof. 1792. Bell Mead. I don't know if you had to go with if you pick just a favorite flight in general, could you do that?
I'd have to taste them all again.
Well, I don't know if loading you up with a lot of more barrel proofs would be such a great idea.
Probably not. I'd say probably higher proof.
But not completely like foolproof.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you carry the show for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes?
Sure.
Tell them about your podcast.
I can talk about my podcast. I can talk about Harry Potter.
Okay. And I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Well, Chad's leaving me to my own devices. But I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me figure out my bourbon palate while I've been here not really knowing exactly what I'm talking about. But I think it's clear that I definitely like Wild Turkey, definitely like high proof, and actually on my podcast, we drink Wild Turkey a lot. We drink bourbon a lot, and I'm usually drinking Wild Turkey because that's what I have the most of. But we make butterbeer a lot with bourbon in it. So if you're interested in ever putting bourbon in anything besides just a glass, you can look on our Instagram, our Facebook page at HB Half Drunk, and you can see our recipe for bourbon butterbeer, which is very good, very filling and warm and sweet and perfect for this cold front that's coming in. But let me see, Q&A session. Becoming Sammy, I seem like a Gryffindor. Well, unfortunately, I'm a Hufflepuff, so sorry. Sam, what is Harry's favorite bourbon? I don't know. Harry probably likes something a little spicier, too.
These aren't labeled, but this is your A.
Okay. Is the bourbon butterbeer low calorie? Absolutely not. There is a lot of whipped cream in it. What house is the bourbon house? I'm gonna say that Hufflepuff is the bourbon house. mostly because I'm a Hufflepuff, and I think Hufflepuffs are really chill and just all around good people, welcoming. They are very happy and accepting of everybody, so I'm going to say that Hufflepuff represents the Bourbon House. Harry would like a Scotch. That might be true. Fire whiskey. Good call. Fire whiskey is more of a Hagrid's favorite thing. Is Harry old enough to drink? He definitely is old enough to drink now.
He's my age. A, B.
A, B, and C. Okay. So are you giving me any indication of what I'm to expect?
No.
Okay.
All right. Did you have a good time talking Harry Potter?
I suppose.
Yeah?
I always do. Okay. So I taste definitely a higher proof and nuts.
Okay. Well, I'll just wait and tell you guys in person. So I was gonna try to write it down. I was
Oh, sorry, I just started drinking.
No, you're fine.
Okay. It doesn't taste as high of a proof. Maybe that's just how it was distilled.
Mm-hmm.
Sweeter than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit tamer, on the tamer side. But I still taste a little bit of nuttiness there, too.
A little nutty.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Not really.
Eric Schwab. Okay. Let us cowbell cheers Eric first. Thank you, sir. Cowbell cheers to you. All right. So A, which you just drank again.
Mm-hmm.
You said higher proof and nuts.
Yep.
You still agree with that?
Yes.
Anything else to add?
I like it.
You like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
I think A.
Well, you're in luck because A is the least expensive of these three.
Oh.
So that's good. That's good. That'll save you on your wallet. A, again, higher proof, nuts. That's the Knob Creek single barrel, 120 proof.
Okay.
It's about, $45, $50. So that's good. B, go ahead and take another sip of B. You said not as high of a proof, sweeter. Anything else? Jose, Nutty 5, Whiskey Crusaders. Ooh, cowbell cheers to Jose.
I just drank it.
You just drank it, that's fine. And I'm out. Anything else to add about B?
Still the fact that it's high proof / spicy, sweet. I mean, I like it. I think I like all of these. But definitely, yeah. Higher.
I should be drinking all
Higher
this
proof.
bourbon that's sitting out here, shouldn't I?
Maybe, yeah.
Do you think it's higher? You said not as high. Not as high.
Before?
Yeah, you said not as high.
Yeah. I said it didn't taste as strongly. Like, I couldn't tell as strongly that it was this higher proof, but that might just be...
A little smoother?
Yeah.
Okay. B is the Booker's 30th anniversary. A very special bottle that I love a lot. I think it's also around 128 proof. It's in that area, I believe. Stephen Jackson, Cowbell, Knob Creek for the win. Yeah, we got a Knob Creek single barrel fan here in Stephen. Thank you for that, sir. Sam Young looks like Mad Eye Moody. It's around a $200 bottle for that.
This is...
Booker's.
Woof.
Yeah. And C, if you want to go ahead and take another sip of that, you said tame, but also a little nutty. But go ahead and take another one. We'll see if that stays true. Yes, we will finish the Booker's 30th. Don't worry.
Yeah, I still feel that way.
Anything else to add?
I mean, I like them all, but I think it was a little bit smoother than the other two.
A little bit smoother. Mm-hmm. Okay. C is Pappy Van Winkle 23 year.
That's a big deal, huh?
That's a big deal. The most expensive of the three, but you picked Knob Creek, which I don't think anyone can be mad at. Travis, nutty and spicy Chad, pour her Wathen's barrel proof. Wow, that is good. But those are all picks. So it can vary. But I agree. That's awesome. Patrick says, cheers. Cheers to you, sir. I'm going
to drink the Pappy because I don't know when I'm ever going to drink Pappy.
Now that you know what you're drinking. Okay. This one's for Travis. Cheers to you. Booker's 30th in my glass. And Patrick, cheers to your cheers, sir. Well, people are all like, damn, Chad. Well, I reached out to our people on Patreon about a week ago, and I was like, help me design this flight, because, I don't, like I said, there's no, like, curriculum out there of how you find your favorite flavor profile. So I got a bunch of great suggestions, so many that I kind of had to, like, amalgamate them all into the best I could do. There's a million different ways that you could do this, and honestly, we could probably do part 2 and part 3 of this to hone in even more. But from a lot of those great suggestions on Patreon, people are saying, give her something that she hasn't had or might not have a chance to have again. So, it wasn't part of my plan, but when we ran through these quicker than I thought, I was like, little Pappy 23. Can't hurt anybody.
That was very generous of you. I appreciate it.
No problem. You like it all right?
No, I like them all. I think it's really a testament to the bourbon that it is so smooth that, I'm one who likes to taste the higher proof. So that's probably why I leaned more towards the Knob Creek. Yeah. And obviously I didn't know what I was drinking. But what is this proof for the Pappy?
Oh, Pappy, it's not something I normally drink, so I can't remember. I'll go check unless someone knows real quick.
Well, regardless, it's definitely smoother than the other ones.
Yeah.
Which is why I was saying it's tame.
Tame, sure, for sure. I mean, next to these others. Joseph, just tuning in, a big guest host. Cheers. Oh. Cheers to you, Sam, and cheers to you, Jose.
Cheers to you.
Jose, I said Jose. Joseph. I'm going to check it. Oh, 95.6. There you go. Thank you. So, yeah, under 100 proof.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not real where it seems to be you're living. Mm-hmm. It seemed like you picked out nutty a lot. You didn't say nutty about the Bookers, which, no, I drank the Bookers. Which is, the Booker's 30th is more like peanut butter.
Okay.
It's more like a refined, like your typical Booker's is around 6 to 7 years old. The Booker's 30th is a combination of a 9-year and a 16-year. So it's more like a refined.
A sweet nut.
Yeah, absolutely. A sweet nut. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, Knob Creek 120 is the best bargain bourbon. Yeah, I'd agree with that. The 100 version, did it make it in? No, it didn't make it in. It was in my preliminary, but it didn't make it in. I think it's also, for its price, which is around $30 for 100 proof, is a really good one. See, my last flight that I didn't make was the nutty flight. But I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't, because you were saying a nutty a lot through these others, but I wanted to put Knob Creek 100 proof in there, the Jim Beam Distiller's Cut, which is 100 proof, and then I really like that Booker's, but you didn't so much. I was going to put the Booker's 2018-04 in there again, 128 proof, but that's fine. So what have you learned about yourself throughout this journey?
Well, I've learned that I don't think I'm really a bourbon snob, because I've gone for
None of us are snobs.
The kind of cheaper but higher proof options. So maybe more of a economical bourbon connoisseur.
Well, that's good. Nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Wild Turkey 101, it's $16. Is $16.29 total wine.
And definitely, I think I've learned, if I didn't already know, that I love Wild Turkey and that I love higher proof things. So I think there's still something to be said. Like, I can't really tell the difference between spice and higher proof. I think that's something that I still need to kind of refine.
That comes with, experience and, just trying more things and kind of refining the palate. Because that's one thing, you can kind of hone in on what your palate is.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said earlier, that's going to change throughout time, and your
Right.
palate's going to get more refined,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to find distilleries that you gravitate towards, which you've already done with turkey. Like Sara is a Heaven Hill fan, turkey fan as well, Buffalo Trace fan, and I'm more of a Jim Beam for the nuttiness. The Knob Creek, the Bookers, things like the Distiller's Cut and the Repeal Batch, but also turkey, because I love turkey,
Yeah.
and a lot of things from Heaven Hill. I'm a big Elijah Craig fan. It's interesting that you picked it last and won, but hey, different folks, different strokes. That's what we always say.
I
You
think
did put the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof as your second choice in one of the flights, so that's cool. What were you gonna say?
I think I just still have a lot to learn with like tasting bourbon. I drink 101 most of the time, so it's not like I have a lot of variety
Sure.
in my palate. So
Sure.
I was really just surprised that I could tell the difference between this tastes sweet to me and this tastes nutty to me, and like
Yeah.
I can't really narrow it down like you and Sarah can with like, is it candy sweet or is it like a different sweet?
Sure. Well, that just takes time. It really does. And, honestly, that takes sitting there with the flavor wheel and then identifying, okay, it's spicy. All right, now let's drill down further. What type of spice? Is it a cinnamon? Is it a clove? Is it a black pepper? What it is. So that all just comes with time and experience. So, but Todd Cooper, great to see you in here, my friend. Todd says, Sam, great job guest hosting.
Oh, thanks.
Welcome to the wonderful world of wild turkey. Well, I think you've been initiated in that world for a little
I'm a member
bit.
of that
But
world.
yeah, thank you, Todd. Cowbell cheers. They get louder as the chat goes on. And then Joseph says, welcome Sam and bravo Chad for pouring the good stuff. Well, when I get a little bit more like Chaz, which is my drunk name, kind of like Sarah with an H, I get more generous. So cheers to you, Joseph. Thank you for that. Yep, they get louder.
And I appreciate it as well.
We got a couple minutes left. I'm going to grab you a scotch.
Okay.
Okay. So
Why not?
talk again about Harry Potter.
Talk again about Harry Potter. Does anyone have any questions about Harry Potter? Drunk Sam is Sammy? Thank you, because I was just thinking, what would my drunk Sam name be? Because it's not Samantha. That's definitely just the name my mother calls me. So it has to be Sammy. Thank you so much. Sam, do I do live streams with my channel? I am planning on doing a live stream with my channel. It's going to be called Potions Class. We are actually going to try to do it tomorrow with our most recent drink of the week, which was the Gryffindor, which was gin and pomegranate juice and orange juice.
As someone who's in Gryffindor, which I am,
Not a fan of that.
I would think the Gryffindor would have bourbon in it. Personally,
Well, see, I just established that Hufflepuff is the bourbon house. Even though you and Sarah are both in Gryffindor.
right. Could Gryffindor be any more bourbon?
You could have a claim to that, probably.
All right, whatever.
All right.
All right, so
I have
this
no idea what to
was
expect with
purchased for us. Very, very nice of them. So this is Glenfiddich. Don't say Glenfiddich or they get mad.
this. All right.
It's Glenfiddich.
Duly noted.
This is a single malt Scotch whiskey. It's a bourbon barrel reserve. So, a lot of our used barrels here in Kentucky, which again can't be used for bourbon anymore, get sent over to Scotland to age Scotch. They, are sent down to age tequila or bitters or, hot sauce even.
So tell me some of the differences between Scotch
Well,
and bourbon, because
I will never claim to be an expert on Scotch.
Okay.
A lot of people here in the chat can tell you a lot more than me. Like probably Travis. Can you let her try an American single malt? I think after this should probably be enough drinking. But I think we do have... I think we had a Parker's Heritage. Didn't they do a single malt? I can't remember. But not too heavy on the American single malts in this house. But cheers to you, Travis. We appreciate it. And See what you think. One thing I can tell you that I do know is the weather doesn't change as much over there in Scotland like it does here in Kentucky. So it takes longer. You see a lot of older scotches. I've had a 45, 50-year-old scotch, something like that, where, by year 23, if you left it up in the top of the warehouse, it would be dust. 23 years is on the bottom level of the warehouse because it just evaporates so much over the years.
This tastes like honey to me.
Honey.
Is that weird?
Yes. Yes, you're weird. That's going to be my go-to. Oh, you like bourbon, but you don't like scotch? Try this scotch. Okay, so you're talking about this Glenfiddich. This is the least objectionable scotch that Sarah and I have ever had. This is a 14-year-old, again, bourbon barrel reserve Glenfiddich single malt Scotch whiskey. So what do you think? Yeah, aged and used bourbon barrels.
I mean, I definitely taste the difference between Scotch and bourbon.
Yeah.
But I still feel like the finish on it was sweeter and tasted like honey. Like that's one thing that's ever come to my mind was it tasted like honey.
Honey.
And I don't know why. Maybe I've just had a lot of bourbon.
Well, you have.
But I don't think that I would gravitate towards it over bourbon, but it wasn't really as different as I expected it to be.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. I'm going to take a little. That's one thing that we didn't do today. I feel like this is just very easy. It's very easy. So we didn't really do the nosing of these. And that was just because, one, these are all different glasses, but each flight, you notice I use the same glass for every flight at least. I just wanted to get more into the taste and get into your profile. But no, it's super easy. It is 86 proof. So, not the bare minimum, 80 proof or anything like that. You'll notice that as far as like bourbons go, they have more of the proof thing going for them.
Yeah.
Scotch it's not again, ignorant man speaking here, but there's not as many like barrel proof scotches out there as there are bourbons or really like maybe a desire. Chime in, guys, if I'm just completely
There's just not as much variety with Scotch because you don't have all the elements that go into it.
There's a lot of variety as far as single malt or not, or different ages, different expressions, different distilleries that make it. So I wouldn't say that, but it's just more if you're more of a proof hound. I feel like bourbon might give you a few more options, but again, that's a Kentucky born and bred bourbon lover talking about Scotch. So please take all of that with a grain of salt. Grain of salt. Doug says, "Great job hosting, Sam."
Thanks, man.
There you go. Pick your poison. Yeah. Cheers to you, Doug. Cowbell cheers. Eric says, "Ardbeg." Yeah, I should, Daniel. I should stop talking about Scotch. Cheers to you. Well, guys, we went just a little bit over the hour mark. Don't want to keep Sam here all over Sunday. Plus, I imagine you have to come down a little bit.
I'm going to have to drink some water, yeah.
Drink some water, eat some crackers, whatever. We have a breathalyzer over there. You actually have to...
Don't be worried about my safety.
Yeah. You actually have to wait 20 minutes before the breathalyzer is accurate. So, lots of water. All that. Safety first, guys. Nothing to mess around about. Steven says, "Sam, remember before ending the stream, shout out your channel." We will do that. How about this one?
Alrighty.
Cheers to you, Steven. But that will do it for us. And Sam, go ahead and shout out your channel, your social medias, all that jazz.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Cool. So thank you guys so much for sitting through this live stream with myself and Chad and listening to me knowing not very much about bourbon. I appreciate it. If you want to listen to me know a lot about Harry Potter, you can check out HB Half Drunk on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can subscribe or just listen to us on Apple Podcast or on Stitcher, Podbean, literally everywhere except Spotify, unfortunately, for now. And then we also have a Patreon that we just started, and we don't really know what we're doing, and that's also up there as Harry Potter and the Half Drunk Podcast, but...
Patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Half Drunk Podcast?
I believe.
Okay.
It's really just to fund our alcohol. So...
Hey.
Yeah, that's us. We've been doing it. We're on our 27th episode now.
So still under a year.
Yes.
But doing great and building a great
6 months in?
fan
7
base.
months?
And your quality is improved and is already great. And just a lot of fun. Sarah and I had a lot of fun. We were on there. Hope to be back sometime.
I would love to have you back.
All right, cool. Yeah. So check it out. Check out Sam on our show, The Wild Turkey 101, Uncorking. Girls Gone Wild Turkey. So funny. Sarah thought of that, by the way. So great. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us here on this kind of nasty Kentucky Sunday. But that'll do it for us. I'm going to mouse over here to the stop button. And thanks again for co-hosting, Sam.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you all. We'll see you next Sunday. Sarah will be back here with me. We talked about doing the start of our virtual Kentucky Bourbon Trail, but we're actually, since it's Super Bowl Sunday, we're probably going to do something more Super Bowl related, and then start that one the next Sunday. Sunday after that, we will conclude. Jose with an under the wire super chat. He will get a Nutty Squad cowbell. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, Jose. And with that, I don't know what that was, but that was good. That
I just had Scotch again.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably why, because I had Scotch right before that. I was like, wow, this is great.
Bourbon.
Bourbon. Oh, where have you been all my life? Right here.
Blood.
Yeah. Just took it into my veins. Okay. So, they want you to try Ardbeg. Sorry. Maybe next time. Tofomatic says, bye, Sam. Love you. Not creepy at all.
Bye.
Sure. So you might have to come back, apparently. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. The Bourbon Bowl. Exactly. Any ideas, hit us up about what to do. Steven Jackson. Okay.
More cowbell.
The show must go on. Don't know what this is, but thank you, Steven. Cowbell. Cheers to you. I don't know what it is, but I like it. It's pretty good. So that'll do us. Yeah, if you have any ideas of what we should do for Super Bowl Sunday live stream, which won't interfere with the Super Bowl. It'll just, all that stupid pregame stuff. It's just boring. So watch us, then order some pizza. It's the biggest pizza day of the year. It's one of my traditions.
Really?
Definitely going to get some Jets. Jets pizza, Detroit style. What? I'm rambling. That'll do it for us. Till next time, guys, drink more bourbon.
Cheers.
But drink more bourbon. I get the last word. Drink more bourbon. Drink more bourbon.